I built a shed with my own two hands and I could not be any prouder. We have a big renovation planned and I kept thinking, oh my God, it's going to cost me a fortune to store all of our bleep if we have to get several storage units for several months. So considering I have a big garden, I thought I could put up a big shed and store everything in there. Then I went ahead and researched how much a shed costs and I almost got a heart attack. So I prayed to the universe and said, please send me a inexpensive way to store all my things. And would you guess it, that same day, someone posted on Facebook Marketplace, come disassemble the shed in my garden and keep it for free. I ran over with my husband, we disassembled it and then brought all the pieces home and then I got started rebuilding it. So when we disassembled the free shed, we tried to keep as many pieces intact as possible so it would be easier to rebuild it. But I realized that whoever built that didn't build 16-inch on center, but these are 24 inches. So it's way too much and doesn't give enough structure. So now I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do. If I'm just gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4 more studs and then it would be like overkill. Or if I'm just gonna remove all of them in the center. And then also one of the 2x4s is pretty broken. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so now I have to think what I'm gonna do. Also, I'm trying to put up walls all by myself, so that will be quite a challenge because I have nobody to help me hold it. So it's all a very interesting build, obviously, because it was already built. It was already done somewhat like amateurish. And I have never done anything like this either. So I'm just trying to patch it and fix it without having to buy any new wood. I already spent $150 for the base, like for anything and everything that's underneath the floor, because the original had a lot of mold and they used regular pine and not treated wood made for ground contact. So I did buy that wood new, but everything else is reused. So I need to do a lot of patchwork. I obviously have studs more than 16-inch on center. I mean, here they're 16-inch on center. Here I'm gonna have to add maybe just on one side and then do a crossbar like here for a little bit extra support. I think it'll be fine. I'm really proud that I got that wall up. And it is level, you guys. It's level and I got it up all by myself. Woohoo! So now I'm working on a side wall, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put up the wall, basically the plywood, before putting it up, because I can't, I didn't think that through clearly when I made the base. I can't stand in that little corner and drill in the plywood, so I'm gonna have to put it up. And that wall I probably will have to wait for my husband to help me, because it's going to be too heavy for me to hold it and put it in place and everything. So sometimes I do rely on men. So even though I covered it up as fast as I could and as good as I could, it's all wet. I don't know how terrible this is. I want to believe it's okay. If I had tons of sunshine, at least it would like properly dry. What I'm most concerned is this wetness there, because I don't know if that's gonna dry or if it's just gonna get moldy. I don't know. I know nothing about any of this. Okay, so I had to put another tarp on, and it has holes. All of my tarps have holes. So now I'm trying to make like a makeshift roof so I can keep working. So these are the 1/2-inch OSB that the free shed had, but all of the sheets that were touching the floor obviously are pretty bad. So we cut off the worst part and left anything and everything that was okay-ish. It's just dirty. This is not rotten. So we cut off the rotten parts, and I siliconed every hole and every seam and everything. And in about 20 minutes, I will just paint it. I have this, it's interior paint, but I just have it left over. And as I said, I don't want to spend any money. It's for bathrooms. I'm assuming it'll be okay. The shed has to be okay for just summer and fall, in theory. It won't have to last through winter. So I'm hoping that paint will be enough. Okay, so weather forecast says no more rain. Thank God. I was about to scream because I couldn't finish. So I'm gonna remove the tarp and pray that it actually truly doesn't rain. And I'm hoping I can finish this between today and tomorrow. So join me in the time lapse. So the original roof of the free shed was like this. So there are like 6 of these, and that's how the roof looked. But it looked pretty awful. So I'm thinking of just making a sloped flat roof. I think that's gonna look a lot better. It's a little more work now because I'm just not just reusing these ready-made things, but I really think it's gonna look much, much better. So we're gonna do that. Building that roof was super challenging. I've never built a roof before. Well, let's be honest, I've never built a shed or anything really before that. So I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I did. And I don't know if I would do it any better. But now, as you've seen the picture, it withstood the whole winter with all that snow that we have in Montreal. So I'm pretty proud because my roof held. The shed has been bone dry for 6 seasons now. So you might be asking, why was the plan for it to only last for summer and fall, but it ended up having to last summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, is because we wanted to do a big renovation last year, but I could not find a contractor. Can you believe it? I couldn't find a contractor that I clicked with, that I knew would work with what we are hoping for in our renovation. So the whole renovation plan fell through last year and the shed was empty the whole time. And this spring, we finally filled it up with all of our non-valuable things, all the things that do not have to be stored in a temperature-controlled environment and that can withstand some humidity. So all of that is in the shed right now because we did find an amazing contractor that I'm very excited to work with. And the renovation is finally happening. So first step was to empty the house and put most of our stuff in that pretty green shed. The rest of the more valuable things into storage units and the super delicate things into the apartment where we're staying during the renovation.
Me va a caer en la cabeza. Ya sé. Son las herramientas que... La tengo, ¿qué pasa?
Le estás dando mucha vuelta. Híjole.
Estoy dando mucha vuelta. No estoy dando ninguna vuelta.
Se va a caer hacia la parte de atrás.
La tengo.
Ok. Mira, las herramientas, dejaste todas las herramientas.
Sí, no sé, me di cuenta.
Ok.